Hey everybody, my name is Rebecca Ryback. Today is November 8th, 2018. So I'm pretty proud of my drawing this time because, as I told you guys when I drew my heart, I'm not super artistic, so I think it came out good. I did add a few things in here like the renal artery and the loop of Henle, but it does have the basic stuff on here. So we'll point out the afferent and efferent areoles. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Areoles. The glomerular capillaries, the glomerulus. The PCT, which is the proximal convoluted tubules. The nephron loop here, the DCT, which is the distal convoluted tubules, the peritubular capillaries, you can see with this line here, and the vasa recta, which is down here. You can see that the red is the arteries. Here is the capillaries, and here is the veins down here in the blue. So since I added the renal artery, I'm gonna begin there. The renal artery goes to the afferent and efferent areoles, and that is then connected to the glomerular capillaries, the glomerulus. Here in this step, filtration will take place, and here is just some things that will be filtered. So salts, amino acids, glucose, uric acid, urea, and oxygen. From there, we go over to the PCT, the proximal convoluted tubules. And in the PCT, reabsorption will also take place here. What will be reabsorbed will include this top list here, which will be glucose, peptides, proteins, amino acids, calcium, and obviously there's a lot longer list. So from the PCT, reabsorption will happen in the loop of Henle. I know that's not on the list, but it's important. And from the loop of Henle, we'll go over to the distal convoluted tubules, and reabsorption will occur here. Some of the things that will be reabsorbed is sodium chloride, magnesium, water, and phosphate. From the distal convoluted tubules, we'll go over to the collecting duct. Reabsorption also happens here, and what is reabsorbed is urea, sodium chloride, and water. You can see down here I have the 4 steps: filtration, reabsorption, secretion, and water conservation. So we covered filtration, we covered reabsorption here, 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 and here. Now I'm going to go back over to the proximal convoluted tubules, and secretion happens here. What's secreted here is ions, ammonium, hydrogen. This is also where drugs are going to be secreted out. From there, I'm going to go past the loop of Henle, and I'm going to go back over to the distal convoluted tubules, and secretion will also occur here. What's secreted is hydrogen ions, ammonium, bicarbonate, potassium. And from there, secretion, I'll go ahead and turn this for you guys, will also take place here in the collecting duct. Some things that are secreted here: ions, ammonium, potassium, hydrogen oxide, and some drugs are also secreted here. Get this back up. Anyways, So that's secretion. And for water conservation is basically happening through the entire process, because it's reabsorbing water and putting it back into our bodies so that homeostasis stays maintained. The antidiuretic hormone is really important because this will increase the amount of water being reabsorbed, and that's important so that our bodies will stay hydrated. You guys can see conservation happens throughout the entire process. So just one more quick look. And I try to put some coding like you guys can see up here. If you need to be like reminded, red, blue, and PCT and DCT. And here's also the list on here too. Make it a little bit easier. And then you can see at the bottom of collecting duct it says urine. Okay, you guys, that is it. Happy Saturday.